All right. So we are live. Good evening and welcome to the 79th episode of Wednesdays for Waste Warriors. And we are super excited and happy to have Miss Uma Mani with us, who's been who's been an inspiration. And like can see the painting behind her. Um, she's worried about the marine litter. She's worried about the the waste, the garbage, and so she is an avid practitioner and advocate for a sustainable lifestyle, waste-free lifestyle, and many such habits and practices. And we are very excited and looking forward to listening and learning from you, Miss Uma Mani. Welcome to our episode, and thank you so much. We've heard so much about you, including the Coral Woman part, and I would like you to introduce how did you start and what is Coral Woman?
Thank you, Anuja, for this wonderful opportunity and congrats on the 79th episode. Oh my God,
Thank
quite
you.
a marathon, quite a marathon, and you stick to the subject so far, right? It's not very easy, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
Mm. So about Coral Woman, I was just painting coral reefs and I was diving and doing it. Once I started diving it, I watch the coral reefs underwater, come up and paint. And sometimes somebody holds the camera, underwater camera for me because I am not a I'm a beginner in diving 10 years ago. So holding the camera and all the gear was not that easy for me, and there were very strong currents underwater. I wanted to picture something, but I go away. The water takes me somewhere, and when I come up and put it in the computer, there is nothing.
Not, yeah.
So I'm not good in handling so many things. So I'll give it to the dive buddy who comes with me. So normally, and but after some time, I realized I'm losing the present moment when I take the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So these days I never I'm able to. I think I'm behaving well underwater,
Mm-hmm.
becoming a good little bit a good diver. But I can hold the camera now. But still, I realized that living in the moment is more important and taking all that whatever I see underwater. So I focus more on experiencing all the five senses underwater
Yeah.
uh, because I'll be focusing only on the camera otherwise.
Yes.
I'm not a camera person also that I'm not. I haven't done any course on that. So I thought, okay, let me literally immerse myself into this experience. And that is how whatever I see underwater, I come and paint. And after this film, Coral Woman happened, only then I started, oh my God, there is another world which I have really haven't given any importance to it because
Yeah.
yeah, all my paintings were called coral reef gardens. So only happy corals with many fishes and beautiful blue colors. I know 50 shades of blue above underwater. Oh my God! So I was enjoying all that. I was so gullible. I didn't realize the pain of the oceans.
Yeah.
So only when I started noticing it more, doing more dives, uh, then I realized, oh my God, there is a sad part, and it is sad. Most of the part is sad. What
Mhm.
I see, the tip of the iceberg is the happiness, but that is what I noticed earlier. But that is not the truth. So I keep telling this. Once I was diving, diapers were showering above my head,
Oh my God.
but I had to dive that because we were filming it, and so that was also the and I was diving in sewage water,
Oh my God. That's so terrible.
directly led into the sea. I felt sick for a week because Imagine a human being can fall sick. What happens to the very fragile
Fish. Yeah.
fishes, small ones, small marine creatures? So they all die. The sewage and all the pollution
Yeah.
and the hot water from the effluents from the industries.
Yeah.
So only when I suffered, when I saw diapers and sanitary napkins above my head and all the sewage, so I realized the seriousness of the problem. That was in 2000. Only then I started noticing it. I really was, oh my god, how so stupid I was. Although I never realized it until then. So when I started realizing, where did this come from? Why are people dumping it? So many questions. I'm not a scientist or a researcher, but like a common man, like a layman, I had many questions about why are the fishes dying? Why are the coral reefs dying? Why is the ocean getting hotter? Why
Yeah.
is the acidity level is high? Where all this comes from? So I started looking around wherever I walk, wherever I go. I most of the time I walk and go to any place, or I use public transport. So when you go by the car, AC car to the airport, the roads are very clean.
Yeah.
Any road which goes to the airport, oh my God, whole city looks like this.
Yeah.
Only
That's
that
not the
road.
reality.
So there are the roads. At the end of every road, there are so much of plastic strewn around. Uh, okay, how does it reach the ocean? So when there is a heavy rain, everything
Yeah.
goes into the river nearby, even if it is a landlocked state or a country. So through the river, some water body
Yeah.
goes to the and that's what I tell people. So if you write your name in a toothbrush and put it in any ocean, any even near your house, it will go by to the canal, go to the river, go to the beach. You will find it somewhere in some ocean because the whole world is connected by one ocean,
Yes.
right? So during tsunami, I was in the Maldives, and we had even we found gas cylinders coming from Indonesia.
Oh.
So that's what we found very good wood, and the driftwood which had drifted from faraway countries,
Mm-hmm.
and so we are all connected by one ocean,
Yeah.
but we name it whatever which is nearby, which is we name it. But so whatever trash anybody puts on the land, when not uh, appropriately, not very incinerated or not treated or recycled or not sustainably used, definitely reaches the ocean, which we may not think about. But underwater there are so much of that. Whatever you have in a house, chairs, plastic chairs, yes, there are plastic chairs underwater, broken ones. You
Oh
have
my.
series, you have computers, you have laptops, you have mobile phones, you have batteries, and leave alone all the diapers and everything. So everything is there underwater. And once there was this turtle, maybe somebody has bought food in a plastic cover and thrown it. So this turtle was under the impression that it's food, and it was carrying in its mouth, and it was eating and swimming very fast. We are trying to stop, but she thinks, no, that's my food.
Yeah.
So that is happening, and so much of ghost nets I found. That's what only when we are aware, we realize, we think about it, we talk about it. I don't know. Action is a bit far
Yeah.
away, but yeah. So these ghost nets, I was swimming in the sea, and a person, he was standing neck deep in water, and he was there for a very long time. And I thought he had some problem, so I swam near him and I found out what he was doing. He took a knife, and there was this beautiful parrotfish. Parrotfish is a very important fish for the coral reefs. They are the friend of the coral reefs because they eat away all the dead corals, and they help the corals to grow and thrive.
Okay.
So That parrotfish was entangled in a line, plastic line which they throw for pole and line.
Huh.
The anglers catch
Yeah.
fish with that.
Okay.
So the left one pole, they just left it out, and they went away. So
Oh,
the fish is entangled in it. There are many, and in Pondicherry also, when I was diving, I noticed my dive buddy was kind enough to find a. He always had a small knife in his boots, so he picked it up and then he cut it. So you cannot go and do it for every fish, but we'll have to be thoughtful, right?
yeah.
So the whole net was, the damaged net was underwater. Imagine how many
But-
creatures were caught
Yeah.
uh, in it. As it is, we are, that's what we are, smothering the ocean and making, killing it every day. And these are some other ways, innovative ways we do it. And during beach cleanup, you can see, I feel very sorry for the beach cleanup people. What all they find on the beach just after a holiday. You can go to the beach and see how what a disaster
Yeah.
the beach is, right from plastic cups and everything. Just one day of holiday.
Yeah.
So these
True.
people try, yeah, these people try to do their best, but where do we start? We have to start on the land first. Awareness. It should start with the children,
Yeah.
right? So many things, Anuja. I'm happy you asked me this question. That's what I'm say. I said I'm happy to lament.
No, it's important, and I could visualize when you are saying all these things that underwater these things are swimming with you. It's really disgusting because imagine it's a I think human beings are the only species that don't know how to live in your boundaries or respect the other species. A fish will not pollute. A crocodile will not pollute. A tortoise will not pollute. But here we are polluting the land, we are polluting the air, we are polluting water, whatever we find. Like there is trash on Mount Everest, there is
Mm.
trash on moon, everywhere. So human footprint is only trash. It's so
Yeah, we can't.
sad. And not everyone is like that, but we commonly use human being. You and I are also human beings. So indirectly we are also in that community responsibility of being polluters. It really makes me very sad. And I feel it like especially marine litter and underwater, garbage is all the more important that I'm discussing. I'm so encouraged or inspired to discuss with you. Like I mentioned to you that my daughter wants to be underwater archaeologist, and we saw this documentary Seaspiracy. You must have watched it too.
I will. I will. Please share it
Yeah,
in the.
it
Yeah.
is a Netflix documentary, Seaspiracy.
Or like conspiracy.
Yes, so it's so heartbreaking to see that again the nets, the trash, and how people are dumping it, and how organizations are cleaning it. So that was uh, uh, before she started her undergrad, and uh, that's a promise we made to each other. I said, okay, you are studying for to be an archaeologist later, but I want to clean up at least a little tiny bit so that you find less garbage. But it's a massive task. It's just not possible because there are more polluters than cleaners. So we don't know what is the ratio or proportion to that. It's very alarming.
Point was 0.001% of who are trying to help,
Exactly.
right?
And it is possible, like people can stop littering and throwing, and they can take care and properly dispose their garbage. It is 100% possible. We are not saying something which is so complicated, right? And when you said about the TV and computer things and laptops and all. So I had a question. Did you actually see it underwater, lying somewhere with your own eyes? And what did you feel at that moment?
Oh my God, I was feeling very ashamed. what what can be done? Initially, I didn't understand the gravity of the problem. I just looked around. You have everything and electronics, all that, everything underwater. Must have come from some river. Somebody might have thrown it, and by during the floods or during the heavy rainfall, it could have reached through a river to the ocean. Everything from iron rods, you name it, whatever you have at home. It is many beds. Imagine,
Beds. Oh my God.
yeah, used and thrown beds underwater. Yeah, and some of them have killed many marine animals. The beds, I feel, because uh, it's very very disturbing. I want to just, you're doing it. I like with you, like you with you. I want to stand on some rooftop and shout,
Shout out. Exactly.
"Stop doing this! See what's happening underwater. It's like a, it's like a, it's a any landfill, but with water. It looks very blue and beautiful when you see, but you keep going underwater. And in some places, the sewage, oh my God, the sewage, and all the sewage should be treated before
Yeah.
letting it into the ocean or wherever. It's not a dump yard. And most importantly, I would like to talk about the bycatch. The bycatch, I hope you know about the bycatch. For example, if you catch fish,
Mm-hmm.
all the small in the net, all the small ones, the like seahorse, which people do
Yeah.
not eat
Yeah.
or use. So 50% is a bycatch,
Mm-hmm.
which is thrown outside.
Mm-hmm.
Which when you I have seen in a fishing hamlet, after the fisher folk come home, come, it is strewn all over the streets.
Oh.
The bycatch. Uh, Either there should be sustainable ways of fishing, but we have
Mm-hmm.
come very long, no, come far away from
Yeah.
all that, right? And I was talking to somebody about, why you know that you're not going to eat this seahorse.
Yeah.
Why didn't you throw it once you catch it? Because, uh,
Yeah.
but I was told, even human beings are dying. Why worry about a seahorse? So that is the kind of awareness, because it is a food cycle. Every animal, every small, even a small amoeba has, or any has its own purpose
Yeah.
in life, and it's kind of a link. Except a human being, in the food chain, everything has its own meaning and purpose, and you just take away one, that the other one struggles or suffers. For example, the coral reefs. mm, when there is a sudden outbreak of crown of thorns, that's a fish called cot. They look
Mm-hmm.
so that's a marine being called cot. It looks very beautiful, purple color. It will come in hordes, and eat away all the coral reefs,
Oh.
because their predators have been hunted. So they grow, their growth is not controlled. So they become invaders, they become predators. So that's what, if you take away one animal from the food, like in an I would say, uh, there is a ratio, right?
Yeah.
So if you go beyond that and start overfishing, so that will become the next in the link will become a predator for the
That's
next in the link.
true.
So it's all
It's a
connected.
cycle. Yeah. It's a cycle.
Yeah, except the human being, we are just the consumer. We don't belong to any of that. Like, even if, yeah, but in spite of that, we are the ones ruining this. planet.
That's
So when
true.
it comes when it comes to this bycatch, it can they can be this bycatch can be used as making pet food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can because they are all dead when they take out and throw it.
Mm-hmm.
So they were not going to, even if they are not used to the for consuming by humans by cooking or drying or in any way, at
Mm-hmm.
least they can become pet food. So you talk when we talk about circular economy, so it comes there. I would
Yeah.
like to speak about uh, that where it goes a waste,
So where
it
does
has
it
to
dump?
be.
Is it
uh,
just dumped in another trash bin or back in the ocean?
no, I wish I the back in the ocean also okay,
Yeah.
but it is all on the streets.
Oh.
For example, a person is cleaning in front of the house, it is on both sides of the house outside.
Mm-hmm.
Cats and dogs come and take it. It is strewn all over in some fishing hamlets. This I have found, because there is no, there should be, I don't know, some regulation so that
Collection.
they give it to somebody who will collect it and make
Yeah.
pet food out of it.
Yeah.
We need all this. It's very disturbing fact. I don't know where do we start. I really don't know, Anuja.
Yeah, that is really sad. Matlab, every day I think we say this so many times to so many people that it is so sad. But like every city, every village has something missing, and that one of the components is first is segregation at source, and second is collection. That collection needs a lot of logistics, and that has not been perfected in most of the places. Like people when they talk, like people from Indore, when they talk about Indore is number one for so many years. So what is different? What is happening there that cannot be replicated? Nothing like out of the world. They have twice a day collection. They have strict fines. They have a different vehicle for wet waste, like, and they collect from the hotels and business places and all. So that mechanism has been set, and they don't have any other place to dump. So when people have roads and streets to dump, why will they pay for anything? Unless and until that penalty system is strict, nothing can be achieved, because we cannot ask for any penalty from polluters, right? We are just citizens. If you have a letter from your municipal corporation, or say I have a letter from my municipal corporation authorizing me that I can stop someone from littering or something like that, then we can make a difference. Otherwise, why will anyone listen to us? So if it is decentralized, as in we have, everyone has some authority and we can do small projects on community level, then that is the solution that we can implement. But if it has to be decentralized, as in if it has to be centralized, that the collection will happen at this time, then all the vehicles will go there, and then that will be the transfer station, and from there it will go to the next place. That will not work. And of course we can see it's not working. It's not working anywhere. In Pune, they work in one shift, and the shift gets over around 2:33, and then there is no one to call, complain, or do anything. There are fires in the garbage burning everywhere, and nobody is scared, nobody is worried. So it is impacting us, right? It is impacting our health, it is impacting our peace of mind. It is polluting the air we breathe, it is polluting the water, it is polluting the fish, like you said, in the ocean. In Maharashtra, there are rivers where in one particular river there used to be 70 varieties of fish. And with all the sewage water and all the factory effluents, now there are hardly two varieties of fish left. 68 disappeared. And all those like fishermen and fishing community people, had no livelihood. So they had to migrate to cities for work. So then pollution causes another problem, migration. And when they come here, they live in labor camps. Again, there are no facilities, there are no sewage, drainage, bathroom, toilet, anything. No dustbins. They are again throwing outside on the street and littering, and it is going back to the river or getting burnt. So, instead of a good cycle, now we are creating a bad cycle, which is absolutely far away from anything called sustainable. And it is 100% pollution, toxins, and you name it. I am so worried, and I won't say that I'm happy to see that you're also worried. It is really alarming for our children, for our next generation. And that is one of my purpose to start this series, that people can see what others are doing in whichever city, or like you are in Kodaikanal. People can see that you are doing it. Why can't they replicate it? Why can't they copy and practice it? Why can't they bring that behavior change? Just watch and do. That's it. Isn't it as simple as that? So we will keep on doing this work, and we will continue trying to encourage people as much as we can, so that there can be some ripple effect. That is our desire, aspiration, wish, goal, purpose. Fingers crossed. Would you be willing to show that painting and close to the camera so that everyone can see? It's a very, very important painting that you've done.
Now only it's under construction rather.
Okay.
This is an interesting painting because only now I'm this is the first time I'm looking at my log book. We always log our dives.
Uh-huh.
So in the dive book, I logged this dive is in Netrani, it's in South Karnataka, no, North Karnataka,
Okay.
Uttar Karnataka.
Okay.
So I saw these orange color plate corals.
Oh.
So whenever I dive, we make this log and we write how many feet I went underwater, how was the current, who was my dive buddy, and what are all the things I saw. So that is dive, every dive is logged.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for a hospital in Bangalore. So I
Okay.
would like to dive something from Karnataka. So this
Okay.
work is under construction. I'm still working on this painting. Uh, Orange corals.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Beautiful.
these, and these are the plate corals. They look like plates underwater.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much of
they,
work to be done.
they do look like plates. So amazing.
Uh, they look like small plates underwater,
Uh-huh.
orange color, kind of a brick. And
Yeah.
I the first dive, I didn't see any coral reefs. The same area. The second dive, the same Netrani, the dive center person, the dive master. He took me alone to a place where there were coral reefs. So much of I was so happy. I clapped underwater. I thanked him. And when I came back and I asked him on the boat, I asked him, first time I didn't see, we went as a group, I didn't see any coral reefs. But why did you take me separately to show me? Ah, we Googled you.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay, great.
So I was so happy. You made me happy. Otherwise, I didn't see any coral reefs during my first dive. It was just fishes, and the water was little murky. And okay, no luck. And this time I thought no coral reefs. But when I did the second, I was so happy to see this.
Beautiful. And I saw, like you showed, you sent that painting yesterday that we used for the flyer, which has the plastic littered on the beach, right? It looks, it really looks like the real situation that we are in. Literally, every place is filled with those
Mm.
ugly
Yeah.
sights.
I have added sewage also to it. But what to see, I have to laugh for this. Uh, and we'll have to I just put my head, and it is plastics all around. So sad. Yeah.
I have no words. All I can think of and all I'm going to do is, uh, soon, when I'm able to, I shall also learn to dive and go down and clean. That is what I can do.
Yes.
And
We- Yeah.
on land, continue telling people not to litter, not to dump, segregate at source. What can you do with your plastic? What can you do with your food waste? Now, at this point of time, um, you practice a lot of, these sustainable living principles and practices. I would like you to share some of those. Like we were discussing, there are, we said that, oh yeah, I also do this, I also do this. So, but I would like you to tell everybody that the simple ways that you ensure that you are living sustainably.
Anuja, you are doing it too, but let me also share
Yes, please.
my method.
Today we want to
First thing,
listen from you.
we save rainwater. So 4,000 liters, 5,000 liters of rainwater. So that prevents us from putting on the motor every time. We don't use that much of electricity. So that is number one. And rainwater, whatever, I wash my clothes by hand. So whatever water is left, I leave it so that you can use it for toilet and washing and everything. But people, many of them are used to washing machine these days. I don't think people will follow that. But for me, I'm very particular. I spend that half an hour thinking about what I'm doing next. And so that when I work such physical work, I think about, I plan about things. So that is the time I get. So
Mhm.
uh, and whatever kitchen waste and kitchen water goes into the garden. It doesn't go to the septic tank, so
Yeah,
goes into the garden. It has we have some pipes, so that it goes it's not hot, the water is not hot for the plant. So
yeah,
it takes its own course, and it cools down and reaches. So our own way of using water to the garden. And compost, we make what vegetable waste, leftovers, normally no leftovers, because we cook exactly. Then we don't buy food outside because we live in the forest. There is no hotel in it. So we cook food all 3 times a day. And that is also, no, our ancestors did that. No
yeah,
takeaway those days. So no plastic cup doesn't come, then you we don't use.
yeah.
And because we live in a village, small hamlet, uh, compost, yes, absolutely. The plants are very happy growing in the, after some 1 month, when you plant something, that grows very well.
Yeah,
Any plant in the compost, you might have known because you have been making compost.
yeah.
And the plastic is the problem. Plastic
Single
is
use.
the problem. Within just for a small family, we have one sack full of plastic with a week within a week. We keep it segregated separately. Sometimes whenever we go outside, we just throw it. But sometimes we don't know what to do with the plastics. That is the Yeah, otherwise we'll have to go to the nearby village, some 9 kilometers up and 9 kilometers down, 18 kilometers, just to throw the plastic garbage. I only wish I could speak to some students who will find some innovative ways, like an incinerator. Every house should have a small incinerator. Oh,
Actually, incinerator is not a solution. It's a very dangerous thing because it
dangerous.
has to be used at like, that high degree. So there are
Mm.
solutions. One of our members has made that a kind of a mechanical machine where you put in plastic and you can add sand or you can add some foundry dust or some other material to it, and the pulp that comes out, the mix that comes out, you can make planters out of it, you can make some paving blocks out of it for roads, you can make coasters out of it, similar things. So that's what we have been thinking. If that kind of a little system is set up in every municipal corporation or every ward, it is a decentralized solution. Then you don't have to carry that plastic that you have segregated and collected 18 kilometers. If your village has it, then everybody in the village brings it to one place, and you also can make a new product.
I would like to take some advice from the person you are
Yes.
referring to, because
Yeah.
that's what I am. I didn't know what to do, because being a common man, we have 360 degrees of thoughts and ideas. Oh, what can be done with this? What can be done? I even thought, is there a machine which could? I saw in a ship where all the cans, they drink the beer cans and everything. It is all stacked, and they're crushed and made into a plate immediately.
Yeah.
uh, that kind of I don't know what do you call it, machine or incinerator, something which when we apply pressure
Yeah.
manually, that
Yeah.
becomes a flat thing, so that even carrying it is easy, so that
Yeah.
we
That
can
is
make
that is
uh,
pressing and
uh,
baling. Yeah.
uh,
Pressing and baling.
yes, even that kind of a machine every house is having, so they just make the press it and stack it and give easy. We don't
Yeah.
have to. For example, the sack of plastic, I would like to show it to you also. One sack we have now, I think if you just press it, it will make only a 2 inch size of a kind of
Exactly.
a pizza thing. So I
Exactly.
wish somebody could innovate such a thing. So, but the people at home, they should, segregating is the problem, Anuja.
Yes.
They put all the wet waste, dry waste, the workers are every day they are begging, please don't do this. Everything to diapers, everything, and putting all the diapers and napkin in the cupboard. What happens when it rains during, in the cities, just half an hour of rain, the
Yeah.
city, you have knee deep of water, because
Yeah.
all the drains are clogged with this. They don't know how to dump the these diapers and sanitary napkins, put it in the commode and flush it.
Absolutely not a good idea.
So we should have such seven types of
Segregation.
segregation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Oh my
True.
God, where do we? Anuja, you're doing a very good job. I'm telling you, my God, where do we? Whom do we find to talk? We cannot just hold somebody like, hey, listen, listen.
No, we
Yeah.
should we should start from schools. I think
Yes.
schools is
Yeah.
where we have hope because children are open and adults are not. Adults are
Mm.
very rigid and close-minded. So they are like, no, no, we know better. We have done it for so long. Somehow
Mm.
I find that attitude everywhere.
Mm.
Children are wanting to experiment, they are open to new ideas, they are creative, they are innovative, and they want to do good because ultimately it's their future. We have
Mm.
lived our life, most of it, right? So we can train the students from the beginning. That is what I think can be a solution.
Mm. That's what it should be in the curriculum.
Yeah, it should be.
Strictly, yeah, not. Yes, and they should have practicals, and they children should be they should talk about it, because any conservation starts with conversation. So
Because
we, yeah,
100%.
we have to discuss about it, talk about it. See, this is what is happening. Everybody is a leader here, and nobody, right? So you have your own opinions, share it. So, my God, you're taking your step very well, Anuja, because this is how we talk and bring in awareness first, because awareness is the key, right?
Yeah. Awareness, like
Children.
A for awareness, A for action. So we cannot move from A, and then the B and C is we have the ABC, like
Mm,
when we want to talk. So my ABC is awareness to action,
mm,
and BC is behavior change.
mm,
So unless you have awareness, unless you take that action, your behavior is not going to change. And then the D, that decision,
mm,
that I have made the decision and I will stick to my decision. Because this littering is a choice, it is a
mm,
decision they've made. We have to teach them how to make, let's say, correct decisions. Littering is not a correct decision, right? You bring back the toffee wrapper and you put it in the dry bin, or you bring that toffee wrapper and then you put it in um a bottle to make eco brick. So you are responsibly using that chocolate, like eating that chocolate, and responsibly disposing that chocolate, because a consumer's
mm,
job is not just use.
mm.
You have to also see where does it go. When we say throw away, where is that away?
I know.
Where is that away? Is that away in the rivers? Is that away in the ocean? Ultimately it is in the ocean, right? Or it is in the landfill which is getting burnt. So we have to, I think, that the children have to be shown that picture, or that visualization has to be very clear. What is that away? Can you please explain where is that away? And
Okay.
that's when they'll realize, oh, there is no away. It is coming back to us in some way or the other.
Yeah, on the table, on the food
Yes.
comes as plastics, microplastics in your food,
Yeah. And
whatever
the
we think.
rising cancers
Mm.
is is a good example, but people are still not scared. They will forward on WhatsApp and all these videos, but they don't change their life or their habits.
I
What do
think we have to go back to tins and bottles those days. Tins, things used to come in tins, right?
you? Yeah.
And bottles. Yeah, I think we have to go back, or else the companies, whoever, for example, if there is a company which is selling biscuits, they have to take back the wrapper. Maybe they can pay, right? That is
Yeah.
also, yeah.
They have it written actually. If you see on the milk
Mm-hmm.
bags, they have it written.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so difficult to find a milk bag recycler. They refuse.
Right.
They just plain refuse that no, no, it's not useful. When milk bag, that pouch, a curd pouch, is 100% recyclable. But recyclers are not the local ones, because anybody will not go to Bombay or some place, right? They will always give to their local ones. They are not willing to take it. Oh, it's waste, it doesn't give us any value, it doesn't give. They want the plastic bottles.
That too, we should have that many bottles. Only then they will take. They will not.
Exactly, exactly. So decentralization of all these problem solutions is the only way that little communities will have their own solutions. We cannot wait for any municipal corporation to do anything. It's not possible. So like we are encouraging people for behavior change. Like if you have been using a sanitary napkin which is made out of single use plastic, it has all these chemicals, it has bleach and all that. Why don't you move to, and then you have to throw it away, right? So you are creating that waste, sanitary waste, every month. Lakhs of women create that. And it is said that even a, a napkin that was thrown 40 years ago, it is still lying somewhere because it will not decompose. It is not biodegradable. So we are teaching, educating, and showing girls and women how to switch to menstrual cups.
Mm. Yeah, I read about it in your website. Yes.
Yeah, we do periods ki pathshala to explain to them. They giggle and they laugh because nobody has spoken and discussed these things with them. It is so shocking if you hear from them that girls are not changing the napkins 4 times a day as mentioned on the packet or as uh, advised by the doctors. They are using one napkin for the entire day
Uh, mm,
to save money because nobody told them that they have to change so many times. Just imagine the health hazard is unimaginable. So that's what we tell them. So if you want to save money and you really don't change, then better move to menstrual cup because you are not creating any waste. You can reuse it for 5 years at least. So like we have to find solutions and then kind of
yeah.
tell them about solutions because if we tell them stop doing this, then they ask, so what do we do now? Don't use tissue papers. So what do we use? I tell them carry hankies.
Mm.
Carry your own
What
hanky.
time?
Carry
Mm.
your own gamcha. Carry your own cloth napkin, whatever you want. That has been there since ages, right? Why should we feel ashamed in using that same tried and tested and successful formula of carrying your own hanky?
Mm.
Carry your own water bottle. Carry your own steel tumbler to drink tea or coffee because outside people are giving in paper cups. One person told me, if we carry everything, what do you think? We'll carry our kitchen in the bag? I said, no, you just need one thing. You don't need 10 things. But that's the way people think. So
Mm. I think we need more campaigns from our leaders because and from the film industry because
yeah,
when celebrities speak, people will at least think of following. Uh,
think
so,
like that.
so when we have there is definitely there will be definitely change because uh, we have to think about what people will follow
Yeah.
when we have to say certain things. So who when what who says they'll follow.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
when there is a if there is a campaign, it has to be like kind of a this is something very very urgent. It's an emergency. We have to do kind of a campaign. Something which is very serious. I think people will take notice. It will be from by the national level and from celebrities, film stars, uh, and in every street we have see for example you go to a street there is a tiffin center, there is a hair salon,
Yeah.
there is a shop, there is a doctor, there should be a waste management shop also.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
the whatever we have at home we don't know how to manage it, so we just go give them so they
Correct.
sort it.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
and
correct.
so we need the we talk about startups. So why not many waste management startups? Because we need the amount, the number of people we have, and the amount of waste we produce. Oh my God, that's an oxymoron. Producing waste. We need a battalion of startups for this,
Yes,
right? Every street,
every
for every street, we should have waste management startup. People should come study MBA, study waste management, and come and help the planet, because round and round you go, and then once again, now what? What? We
true.
come and land up in the same place.
Exactly. And my waste, my responsibility. Our group is trying to do that. We are bringing people together from all over the all over the country, and that is the platform where people are sharing ideas, sharing problems, asking for solutions, and then that brainstorming or discussion happens. Over 25 cities are suffering uh, from garbage burning. People don't know which helpline number to call. People don't know what is the fine if you burn garbage. These are all common for all these 25, 30 cities that we did a little poll recently. Just imagine, we are in 2025 now, and we still don't know that information. We don't have that information. So that's why we are working, and we would like to definitely do creative competitions with you, like you do art. So, have these, we wanted to do a series, and I think now we'll plan that, so that awareness and that willingness to do that, okay, I want to do this, I want to bring the change in my society or my school or my college. Even one decision of not using paper cups is a big
Mm.
decision. It saves so much. Even one decision of carrying my own water bottle saves so much. So, if people can make those decisions, that is what ABCD is all about. That I want them to understand. And we are set then. That's it. It's a big
My
dream.
God, and I just salute to you, because
No, no, no.
you're taking the steps. I know taking action is, we can talk, but you're taking action from whichever way you could, connecting people, bringing in people, week after week. It is something really good, because we are talking now, so the conversation is happening, and the conservation also, you're doing it right side by side.
I
So
love, I love connecting people. I love meeting people. I love interacting with people. So mujhe, it's my pleasure. Thank you so
mhm.
much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you, Anuja. Thank you. I'm
So
happy you gave me
yeah,
a platform to
uh,
lament about it.
anytime we can do part one, part two, part three. No problem. But
Yeah.
would you like to share something that you think everyone can do and they should try to change? What do you think? How can we, um, let's say, people don't go, many people have never seen an ocean in their life, they've never seen a sea, right? So they cannot imagine. When we talk about marine litter, or when we say rivers, people have not even seen a river pollution. Their imagination is that blue river in the storybook or the textbook. They have not seen it. So how do we tell them that, listen, this is a problem? What do you
So,
think?
so whenever they come out of the house and see left and right, if there is a plastic, they can imagine it will reach the ocean soon.
Yes.
That, that is the truth. So whenever they see trash, whenever they don't segregate or appropriately, they don't, uh, the, they deliver
Dispose.
the garbage to the, uh, personals, they should
Collectors.
think that it will reach the oceans.
Yeah.
Definitely it will reach the ocean, because it has no other way. As you said, put away is in the ocean.
Yeah. Away is the ocean, it hides. I'm shocked to hear that there were beds inside. My God.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could not imagine that.
Because they use and throw it in the ocean. Very easy, na, just throw it. Who's
Yeah.
going to ask? Yeah, and dilute it in the ocean. Nobody is going to check it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
so
true. We are hiding. We are not even throwing. We are hiding our trash.
mhm.
We want places to hide our trash. Oh, it is quite a scary situation. I hope people understand that it is really an emergency. We cannot keep talking about it. We have to take serious action.
The ocean has reached a saturation point because it is a carbon sink.
Yeah,
Whatever we, yeah, that acidity level has gone up. It is getting hotter. We throw more and more garbage. We dump it in every way, sewage and pollutants, all the pesticides, all the fertilizer leftover, all the weed killers. Oh my
yeah,
God, weed killers! Everything goes into the ocean, and it is stagnating there, right?
yeah,
It is staying there because apart from the ocean cannot go anywhere else.
yeah, exactly.
It is there, and we breathe because of the oceans, and most of the carbon goes inside the oceans.
Hmm.
So if there is no place for the carbon to go, the carbon monoxide, everything to go, it'll keep lingering here.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
We will explain. I'm sure I am getting a few. After listening to you, I'm thinking, okay, what else can we do next? So I shall definitely speak to you about this, and we shall come up with something. Like on Children's Day, we started this 90 days project from Children's Day to Valentine's Day, and that is it takes 90 days to make bioenzymes.
ah,
So we called it 90 days project, and children, mothers, parents, they all joined, and they are all learning to make bioenzymes of various kinds. And then what is the application of bioenzymes? So at least they started looking at the peels, the fruit peels in a different way. That is not being thrown. So if we can convert a little by little, I think that itself is a drop in the ocean, and we shall do something together too.
thank you, Anuja.
Lo-
That's no, thank you so much.
Lovely talking to you. I
Same thing, yeah.
I had been waiting for so long to talk to you, and it's really amazing. And I think one day I hope that we can dive together, and
Sure, pleasure.
we'll do that.
Yeah, sure,
Great.
Anuja.
You take care. You take
Mm.
care, Suma Money, and we will connect, and we shall keep working with school students, and at least bringing um, that thought to be champions, that they can do a bit, their bit.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll share this YouTube link with you, and I request all the people who are watching to share it with others, and share as much as you want, like, subscribe, so that you can watch more episodes that we do, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.